Here we are at the start of Stage 7, penultimate day in this year's Tour of Britain. Starting on the county's north coast at Barnstaple, heading down through Dartmoor and finishing in Dartmouth on the south coast. With barely a metre of flat over the 170km route, this Devon stage is set to yet again be decisive in the battle for the Skoda King of the Mountains jersey and also for the overall contenders.
Immediately after the start, the race is normally neutralised for a few kilometres. This is essentially so that the racing doesn't kick off until an appropriately safe place of the course, but it does give the riders a nice opportunity to warm up gradually before the real racing starts.
Each rider on a cycling team will have a specific role to play. The strongest and most experienced rider will be the team leader, and they carry the weight of responsibility to try and win the bike race overall. But they need help, and so they'll be assisted by the domestiques. Their job is to try and make sure that the team leader expends as little energy as possible, so that they stand the best possible chance of winning. In order to maximise the team's strike rate, they'll also bring a sprinter, put them within sight of the finish line with the peloton all together, and you hope they're going to win. The last role is a climber. And although this isn't so important on the short, punchy hills of the Tour of Britain, it could still be a real advantage when contesting the Skoda King of the Mountains competition.
British rider John Tiernan Locke of Enduro Racing won the Skoda King of the Mountains competition last year, and in so doing he became the first rider from a British-based team to win a jersey at the Tour of Britain.
Race tactics and communication within the teams is a hugely important part of bike racing, and often in the World Tour events you'll see riders racing along with an earpiece in. These devices allow two-way communication between the riders and also with their sporting directors driving the cars behind. However, at the Tour of Britain those race radios aren't permitted. It means riders have to go back to old-fashioned methods of communication, i.e. dropping to the back of the peloton, calling the team car up and having a quick chat. It also means you have to put more emphasis on really studying the race manual before each stage, just to make sure that you've memorised where all the crucial points are.
We've finished crossing over Dartmoor now, and we're just taking in the final couple of kilometres into the finish at Dartmouth. This last descent is on a big, wide main road, and I'm expecting speeds on the stage to be reaching over 100km/h. If there happens to be a big group coming into that finish, things could get particularly hairy, and we could see a very exciting, fast and chaotic finish.
Team sizes can vary from race to race. In the Tour of Britain, it's only 6 riders. This means it's very difficult for just one team to control things out on the road, so 2 teams with similar ambitions might combine. For example, last year Rabobank were looking after Lars Bohm and his overall lead, and HTC wanted to set Mark Cavendish up for the sprints. Both teams therefore got together on the front to control the breakaways and make sure both their ambitions were realised.